calling all high school students with a disability. This presentation is for you. Do you feel anxious as high school graduation approaches? Do you feel like you are at the end of your educational road? Do you feel like you are not smart enough to continue your education? Think again. College is an option for you. Research indicates that 60% of young adults with disabilities continued on to post-secondary education within 8 years of leaving high school. Furthermore, findings from the National Longitudinal Transition Study 2 reveal that young adults with disabilities who had received a post-secondary education degree or certificate were more likely to be employed and live independently than those who had completed only high school. Yes, there will be some struggles and barriers to overcome, but do not grow weary. There are ways to overcome these barriers and services to help your struggles dissipate. What is your disability? Perhaps you are a student with a learning or intellectual disability. You tend to read slowly at best and struggle with reading comprehension. You have significant difficulties organizing your thoughts and expressing yourself in writing. Or you dread writing because you're a poor speller and the writing process is so frustrating. Maybe you just struggle listening to a lesson and taking notes at the same time. Or you can't seem to keep your tasks organized or manage your time well. Perhaps you're a student with visual impairments, and the task of reading, taking notes, researching information, and using a computer may be barriers to your success. Or you are deaf and hard of hearing, and listening to lectures and taking notes while in class may be a significant problem for you. There are accommodations to help you overcome these struggles so that you can be as successful in college as you are capable of. If you struggle with note-taking, a smart pen may be useful for you, or the use of a scribe. If you have a hard time understanding lectures, a C-print captioning device or a CRT assisted listening system can enhance your understanding. Taking tests isn't your strong suit? A word processing app for essay exams, text-to-speech for reading and writing support, word prediction for writing, or the use of a calculator may be available for you to use. Are you a slow reader, or do you struggle with grade-level texts? There are ebooks with text-to-speech, scanner read systems with highlighting options, and text-to-speech audiobooks at your fingertips. Screen reading apps, text-to-speech, word prediction, voice recognition apps, and graphic organizer apps can also assist with completing papers and other assignments. However, before you can ever receive the accommodations that are available to you in your post-secondary education journey, you must first learn how to self-advocate for those services that you deem necessary for your own success. Throughout elementary, middle, and high school, you have had IEPs that mandate specific accommodations to ensure your academic success. However, there are no IEPs in college. In fact, there is no right to college. No one in the United States, with or without disabilities, is entitled to a higher education. There are 2 laws in place that protect you and other students with disabilities from discrimination in admission to college and participation in college activities. Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act and the Americans with Disabilities Act. Because there are no IEPs in college, you will be forced to take the driver's seat in speaking up for yourself and what you need to succeed. You as a student with a disability are responsible for self-identifying that you have a disability, providing appropriate documentation of your disability, requesting specific accommodations, and following the agreed-upon procedures for using the accommodations. You must specifically request a piece of assistive technology as an accommodation if you believe it will provide access to the curriculum and an equal opportunity to demonstrate your knowledge. The accommodation must be clearly linked to your particular need. To receive accommodations in higher education, you need to be able to advocate for yourself. You will need to learn the advocacy skills that you need to request specific assistive technology solutions as reasonable accommodations in college. Self-advocacy skills should be both learned and taught throughout high school so that graduating seniors are prepared for the next steps. Self-advocacy is the ability to understand and effectively communicate one's needs to other individuals. Learning to become an effective self-advocate, especially for individuals with a hidden handicap such as dyslexia, is all about educating the people around you. Johnson also claims that knowledge is the key to self-advocacy. Like anything else, the more you know, the better you understand, and the easier it is to explain. Simply put, self-advocacy is being able to go get what you need to be successful. The combination of teaching strong self-advocacy skills with the appropriate assistive technology skills will enable you to make a smooth and successful transition to the college environment. There are 7 quality indicators in assistive technology that you should be well practiced in: self-awareness, self-advocacy, communication, self-advocacy and leadership, self-evaluation and self-determination, student initiative and decision-making, and assistive technology problem-solving. As a student with a disability looking to pursue post-secondary education, you need to be prepared for questions that college advisors may ask. To prepare, ask yourself these questions. Can I accurately describe my disability and its impact on my educational process, including educational achievement and participation in academic and campus life activities? What do I want to disclose about my disability and to whom? Can I communicate my needs to the appropriate people in a timely manner? Do I have a plan regarding the assistive technology I need both for daily living activities and educational success? Do I understand the difference between my use of assistive technology for daily living and assistive technology for academic use and what the college will legally provide? Is the assistive technology I need or have been using different from what the college will provide? Do I have a plan to deal with assistive technology problems that may arise? To ensure that you are well prepared, ask yourself these questions and do your homework if you don't know the answer. You need to know yourself, know what you need to be successful, and know how to get what you need. If you are still on the fence about whether college is for you, talk with your guidance counselors. Start learning about your disability. Practice so you can clearly and confidently communicate your needs to the appropriate people. Have a plan. Some of the accommodations that you request may or may not be approved, so you may need a plan B. Finally, have confidence. You are smart and you can be successful in a post-secondary education.